cut. Grindcore goes a bit like this.
Today we're attending a cross-culture show brought to us by O.W.T.G at B-Side Music Venue. Okay, you're Enemy spotted. Let's talk to the Texas music scene and ask them some questions and get to know them.
It's fun as fuck. It's not for everybody, I understand that, but it's open to everyone. A lot that goes into when you first go to a show that you should probably be aware of before stepping in.
If you're a little sensitive to the sound, yeah, I'd say definitely wear some earplugs, sit in the back, because you may get rocked. It may happen. It may happen.
We kind of grew up in the scene.
Yeah.
Her dad was in some hardcore bands.
Oh, yeah.
Drink Fight Thugs.
Drink Fight Thugs.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the vibe. It's a little bit kind of there, kind of not. Like, one of my first shows was like, I got crowd killed the first show I went to. So, yeah, that was pretty fun.
It's definitely interesting because a lot of great music, you know what I mean? But there's also a lot of fucking weirdos. My front man did this shit to a little kid.
As a woman, bring pepper spray or something because you will always get targeted. Since I have my boyfriend, he's with me all the time, so I don't get touched or approached at all. But what I see, it's just a lot of younger girls, when they're still in high school.
What are the do's and don't do's at shows?
Don't go out of your way to hit people on purpose. That's not cool. Thrashing is fucking awesome. Hitting people on purpose ain't cool.
Do whatever the fuck you want. It's a show. You're here to have fun.
Hey, crowd kill, but only to an extent. Once you start targeting people, you become a fucking asshole. Don't hit a bunch of girls either, or you're a bitch. Don't hit women, period.
Yeah, because
that should be
other
a no-brainer.
guys like hitting other girls. They don't care.
They're just here to watch the music. If you're in the front, get fucking hit, you know what I mean? But if you're in the back, don't go out of your way to go hurt those niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever he said.
Honestly, just kind of keep your arms up, right on the corner if you do want to mosh of the pit. And then if you don't, the middle or the back is a good option.
Don't immediately go into the pit.
Don't try to hit women while you're in the pit. I feel like sometimes people just hit women, and I'm like, okay.
There's definitely a lot of things that go into it. The music can be really ass, but the mosh can be fire, and I would consider that a good show. But the music could be really good, but the mosh could be ass, and I would consider that a mid show, you know what I mean?
I think it's the line of what could make it a good show, and the crowd too and stuff, and yeah.
It's mainly the community in the show and the music, but more on the music than the actual crowd.
My first show was 2 years ago. Everyone knew each other. Everyone was friends. It was all local. It was free. It was in a random ditch. Now it's $15 at a venue. I don't know y'all. No one knows each other.
Some random house in Somerset, some bitch was tripping off acid. Crazy. She ran out. I don't know what the fuck happened to her. Cops showed up, but they still play, so it's okay.
Mine was in an indoor soccer field. I mean, it was okay, but that was my first show ever.
My first show, it was at a park with Victim Blame and Dogman. Well, not anymore, but.
Just read your moments. I don't think I'd necessarily go in the pit.
Yeah, we're not really
personally.
moshers. Pretty much the entire reason I want to come to shows. Just to watch people. I saw a guy do 5 consecutive roundhouse kicks tonight. I don't know. I still like Mince. I like Mince. Some people don't like Mince no more, but I do.
Hey, I don't know how you would describe that shit, bro.
I don't know how you describe it, but
While some early bands used problematic language, the genre actively opposes discrimination in its modern form.
Mince-core could be thought of as grindcore for Gen Z. Taking the musical template of grindcore, Mince adds an extra layer of crust and grind to take things to a new level.
Grams are the Jinko affliction, niggas. Hardcore is Sarah.
Honestly, just don't be obnoxious, I guess. I mean, if you're moshing, you gotta be mindful of the people that are playing, their instruments,
I think yes, but at a certain point, I think you're targeting somebody, and that's assault.
Yeah, I went to a hardcore show out of pocket, and I got punched a lot. My face was bruised, everything was. So I think so, but I feel a lot of the time it's not intentional.
I would say pre-game. Most places won't let you smoke or drink or whatever you want to do.
Just walk up, support the bands, mosh hard, have fun.
It's very welcoming. I'm not out here too often, but everyone here has been super cool.
For my sad friends.
For my sad friends.
For my sad friends.
For my sad friends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For my sad friends.
My name's Ozzy. I came here because my band's playing. Oh, I already played. Katy went missing. Woo. So far, fun as fuck. It smells like BO and piss. I love it.
Oh, it's been fucking awesome. Everyone's like beating ass. Like I haven't seen a fight yet, so that's hella good, bro.
Wild. It's like cool. Like Texas hardcore is awesome.
I mean, it has its ups and downs. You know, there's a lot of creeps out here, but overall, you know, when you come to a show, you know, people are enjoying themselves. You know.
Unless they're getting a little bit more pricey. I don't know about that.
Yeah, 10, 15 a door. Like,
there's a lot more hardcore kids now. There's a lot more screamo too and all that bullshit.
What was your first show experience ever like?
It was like chaotic and a bit like cool and this whole like community, you know.
My friend showed me Bloodskid, and I was hooked on it.
First came in, I was 13 in Houston, so I'd say it's very
The Houston
fucking
scene
different.
is rowdy.
Houston scene goes fucking hard as fuck, honestly.
For bad crowd etiquette, you go after someone way in the back and you specifically target them. You know, you talk shit about them. You know, if you get hit in the face, then expect to get hit in the face because you're standing right fucking there. Don't be a bitch about it.
I was at a Hong Kong Fuck You show, and I was at the front, and someone, like, I think, like, hopped on the crowd and just kicked me in the back of the head, and I, like, went down. I was, like, spazzing out a little bit. I passed out real quick, but I'm all better now, I guess.
one time I blacked out, and I woke up, and my nose was, like, crooked.
Oh, I gotta lock in.
yeah, exactly. I honestly don't think my parents would give a shit. You know, they only really want me off drugs. So it's like people aren't doing drugs out in the open. So
I feel like she would think it's less of a phase.
for sure.
They would be so disappointed.
Oh no! Why? What would they see? What would happen? What would make them like?
Basically, me moshing.
What the fuck is this? Why would they want to play this? Where is the cover bands?
Well, they know what's up. I've had a show at my house.
Oh shit, I have.
They don't understand it, but
I've had 3. It was actually really fucking cool because I didn't expect a lot of people to turn up, especially since I'm like outside of the city limits or whatever. But I got inspired because a few years back, my first show was at a backyard show. It was San Andreas.
What was your first time you ever heard of Bulma, and how would you describe them to someone who's never heard of them?
They're fucking hard as fuck.
Yeah.
I heard of them like, I guess probably like a year ago. I've been listening to them for a minute. I like a lot of just like, their shit is cool as fuck, honestly.
What's
they're
the
hard as fuck.
sound of like Larva Therapy, Mince-core? How would you describe that sound to your parents?
To my parents, fast and violent. I would honestly say like, they're fucking mean. I'm ready to tear some fucking shit up whenever they fucking play, honestly, yeah.
If I were to describe larval therapy for people that are not in the know, wouldn't recommend it if you're not for the lighthearted. But I would recommend it if you're trying to get freaky as fuck. Gotta match hella freaks with larval therapy.
Basically, like Last Days of Humanity, but like fill it with fucking memes and shit.
Shit that flies in the screamo scene and all that won't fly at hardcore shit. And it's like people try to fight me all the fucking time.
It's scary. Everything's bigger in Texas, and the fucking crowds get bigger too. And I fucking hate it personally. I get scared. I get really scared. Actually, I pissed myself twice right now.
Honestly, I've been to so many shows and hit so many times. Like, it doesn't really affect me anymore.
I've definitely got my fair share of fucking blows from pits. Like, I've got a concussion. I've got my shit fucked up. Now, I kind of, like, weave a little better, and, like, I love standing on the edge of the pit and getting on some of that fucking action. I've always wanted to play music, but, like, music journey-wise, I feel like Houston really made me feel like that was possible. Like, I could, like, really do that. Sometimes there's a lot of dissonance between, like, the bands and the crowd, and I felt like the first time I played live, they really made me feel like it's fucking possible. Like anyone can do that shit as long as you have, like, a passion for music and a drive to do that shit.
We're working on a new EP, and it's gonna be better than the shit that we released last time because you know that's all fucking bullshit and whatever. But we're dropping Katy Went Missing EP, and that shit's gonna be dope as fuck. It's all gonna be professionally recorded. We're not gonna record it on BandLab anymore. You know, not putting our fucking phone in front of the fucking all that bullshit. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. We're gonna be better. Katy Went Missing 2024.
Do you run a TikTok account? I believe you run a TikTok account.
Oh yeah, I actually am.
Yeah. And how does that feel? Like being like such a movement for the Texas scene and showing people an outlet. Like how does that?
It's like wild. I would have like never guessed it would happen. Just blow up big, like do what you want.
For my sad friends.
For my sad friends.
Yeah, for my sad friends, go fucking check them out. Y'all are fucking sick as fuck.
Today we learned a lot. As all the interviews wrapped up, we watched the last performance leading up to Bulma. We asked a lot of questions today, but hopefully we can get some answers from Young Resist, the creator of Bulma. And right before Bulma went on stage, we got to do our interview.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Resist de la Cruz, aka Young Resist. I play in the band Bulma Grind from Pomona, California. I'm a little bit older. Right now I'm 27, and I started throwing shows back in like 2016, like 7-8 years ago. For Bulma, you know, I when I first heard Haggis and like Mince-core and all that shit, I just ate it up. Then I started Bulma. It was like kind of like a solo project at first, kind of a gimmick. My ex-drummer from Gutsfuck, he came in and he was the one that made the band pretty much establish an actual lineup. We were jamming all throughout 21, recording, no shows because of the pandemic. 22 is when we came out playing shows. 23 is our first tour. 24 is our second tour, and then, you know, hopefully we can still go on after, but honestly I'm trying to take a break a little bit afterwards and just focus on other projects, you know?
How do you describe your sound to anyone who hasn't heard it?
Honestly, it's Mince-core, you know what I mean? I mean, when I first started, it was kind of like just like grindcore, like power lines based, because like I like came from punk. But now I'm going a little bit more to the slam, but it's still Mince, you know? Yeah. So I keep it like Mince slam, I guess. You know, I know that's not a genre, you know what I mean?
But new shit.
Yeah, it's new shit. We breaking, you know? We always breaking barriers and shit. And then I guess skate grind, you know, because I put skateboarding onto my shit. And because when I first got in this shit, bro, I wouldn't have got into punk if it wasn't for skateboarding. It wasn't for me playing those Tony Hawk video games when I was fucking 6 years old, like, you know? I wouldn't even know what the fuck this shit was, you know what I mean?
The soundtrack to like your fucking childhood.
Yeah,
right
dude,
there.
like all that shit, you know, all that fucking pop punk shit, you know, like in like fucking like what, and then like he used to have all the street punk shit, the casualties and all that.
Your name your band's called Bulma. How does Dragon Ball Z? Is there any part?
Oh
of
yeah,
life?
all right. So like I started out Dragon Ball, but like I started getting away because I started getting older and I started thinking it was cringe, you know.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to do my own thing, you know, and have our own independence and shit. But like I got a fucking Shinron tattoo right here, bro.
Oh, do you take pride in like a lot of your graphics? And stuff?
Yeah,
feel like
I
it's a really
mean,
good
I mean, a
selection.
lot of it's hijacked. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean. But it's just fucking, it's grindcore. You know what I mean? It's just ghetto. You know what I mean? Like we come from the hood, and you know we give it back to the hood. You know what I mean? I'm stoked for larval therapy. Sebi, that's the little homie. Fucking, we've been kind of pep palling for the past year and shit. And I think right now, dude, out of all the Mince-core Gorgon bands, I like their style a lot. Go back and forth with our releases.
I like the split y'all did with each other.
Yeah, I mean the split. Honestly, I thought it could have been better on our behalf, but you know I was limited on budget at the time.
Do you have anything new coming up?
Anything new? So I have a slam project I'm starting right now called 12-gauge wound. I have another slam project that's coming out called Menace, but it's a little bit more on the hardcore bassy side. Follow us at Bulma Grind at official. That's Bulma X Grind X official. Shout out for my side friends for doing this interview for us. We really appreciate all the fucking love and support.